Hi everyone, this is Kshitij Kumar from CSC519, and today I'm going to demonstrate how you can use a configuration server to configure any application on web server using Ansible playbooks. So in this video, I have two Vagrant machines running, one at IP address 192.168.33.10 and another ending at IP address 100. So the one running at 10 is basically my Ansible server or the configuration server, which is basically going to use Ansible playbooks to configure an application called Mattermost on this web server. Now let's first quickly access sessions with these machines. Now we also need to make sure that these two machines can communicate with each other. So our primary purpose is to basically communicate from Ansible server to this configuration server. And in order to do that, we can basically use a private public key pair, and we can add the private key into this in this Ansible server and the public key into the authorized key section of configuration into this web server. So we are here inside these machines. Now in this Ansible server, I have this folder called Ansible, which basically is a shared folder between this virtual machine and my host Windows machine. And this is the shared folder. This folder contains all my YAML files, basically all the Ansible playbooks, and I need to copy paste these into this local directory, the current directory. So for that, we can just simply use this command. So what it does is basically copies all the content of this Ansible folder into this current directory so that we can easily run this. Now before also running this YAML file, I'm going to show you the Ansible playbooks. This is the YAML file which basically configure your Ubuntu, like update all the latest packages there. Then this one is going to install the mattermost application. This is going to configure the MySQL server and update the root password and create a user. And this is going to create a mattermost team, a channel, a user, and like update all the SMTP password details and email details. Now before running this full setup.yml, I'm also going to show you that this is not right now configured. So if you execute this URL, you can see that 8065 port is not currently working, which basically is a port of mattermost server. So now let's go back and run this playbook. To do that, you need to first have Ansible installed in this Ansible server, and the version should be 2.7.x, anything above that. Let's quickly check whether we have this or not. So as you can see that I have already installed Ansible 2.7.7 in this machine. Now in order to run this playbook, I'm just going to use this command, playbook-i inventory full setup dot. So before running this command, let me also show you that what is inventory file. So this inventory file is just contains the configuration to connect to that web server, which is running at 100 IP address, and it also contains the like the path to that private key, which is going to be used to connect to that machine, and it also has this Python 3 interpreter added to the list so that it can use Python 3 instead of any other version to run all the installation script on that web server. Now let's quickly run this full setup.yml file. Full setup.yml. Yes. So this is the ubuntu.yml task running right now, updating the packages on this web server of all the Ubuntu packages. So this generally takes some time, so let's skip this video till it get over. So as you can see that it completed all the tasks which were described in all the YAML files, starting from from updating the Ubuntu packages, then installing MySQL, running the MySQL service, updating the root password, then creating a new database for Mattermost, then downloading the binary file for Mattermost, setting up the configuration.json, enabling the mattermost service, creating team, creating user, and then setting up all the SMTP details. Now let's go back to this and see if it works. So as you can see that we were able to log into this mattermost, and let's see if it is able to enter us in as an admin. So you can see that it was able to configure this mattermost application on this web server automatically. Now let's create a new team using mattermost console. Let's say the team name is ABC. Now as you can see that I was able to create a new team using the console, and let's say I print a message hello, so the admin is able to say hello. And simply you can also add members to your team if you have some members, or you can like do a lot of stuff. So this is how you can configure mattermost using Ansible. Thank you.